How's it going, everybody? This is CB here, and today we are going to be reviewing The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was released in 1966? 1966, and it stars Clint Eastwood, Eli Wallach, and Lee Van Cleef, playing one of the most popular spaghetti western of all time. It was directed by Sergio Leone, is that how you spell it? And the music was scored by Ennio Morricone or something or his name was like that, who sadly passed away just like yesterday or early morning today. His score was so great, and if you ever, and his score is so popular that if you even heard, and even if you didn't even see the movie, you know where it's from. So if you hear this, you know exactly where it's from. It's from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is my favorite spaghetti western. It's probably the only one I've actually ever seen, but it's really good. And when somebody even tells you like how good it is, you kind of like, is it really that good? Because a lot of your friends actually start recommending movies when you're older, and you think to yourself, is it? You prepare yourself, and they say it's epic and all that, and then when you watch the movie, it's actually that good. It's and as I keep on saying, it's the best spaghetti western of all time. Even like probably the most famous line, famous line that Eli Wallach said, if you want to, don't talk, shoot, or something like that. I forgot the line. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it since yesterday or something like that. But the movie, there was a motorbike that was like miles away, but I could hear it. The movie itself, hold on a minute, I might as well just get the case. Here it is, got it. And it was distributed by United Artists. And there's always been a problem with these spaghetti westerns, is that I've heard that they're bad dubbing because all these actors speak their own Italian, and the dubbing is pretty bad for today's standards. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, is that it's not as bad as what I've heard it from here, such as like A Fistful of Dollars or something. Apparently that the worst one. That was the worst one. But the one that I've got is because the one that I've got right here, I actually haven't watched it because I bought this way back in 2015. I just watched it this year, which is kind of crazy that I keep a movie like this for so long, and it's a really great movie, like a very high 90 standard, like in Rotten Tomatoes rating, a 90, like 97, I think it was, 97. Apparently this is not better than the first one. It's either A Fistful of Dollars or A Few Dollars More. I forgot what the first one was called. Somebody checked it up for me. But there's so much popular scenes in there, like from the part where Blondie, that's the character's name, or the man with no name, as he's called, from shooting down Eli Wallach's Tuco, that's his character, Tuco, from hanging to the three-way gunfight at the end in the cemetery to get money and all that jazz, like because oh god. And over here, from what I'm reading right now, is that this movie over here is distributed by MGM, and the home video rights go to 20th Century Fox, and well, this movie, itself is a true spaghetti western classic. And if I can give you a recommendation of what western you should watch first, this one is the one that you need to watch. You can ridicule it all you want from its, like, you know, bad dubbing and all that, but if you look at the action between all the other western movies, you can't really compare. Well, you can compare. Like, this is, from what I've heard from Chris Stuckman, that this is the Jaws of westerns. You can't compare a shark movie without comparing it to Jaws. Like this, you can't really compare a western movie without comparing it to this. It's like a sudden death, and from what the director, hold on a minute, Sergio Leone says, is that this is not a sequel. This is a prequel, and you can see that in the movie because he dons his famous outfit here in this film, and in the first two he already has it. So it's obviously really all that, and also like I can't really explain it. It's that good, but also I have to talk about the soundtrack more because in respect to Ennio Morricone, because the soundtrack, the score is so good. Like, you know that eye tracking meme, that like, you know, with the guy that accidentally scared, it's like he says he's gonna stand up for all men, and then he stares right at the boobs and he goes fuck. That's the soundtrack that you hear there is actually from this film, and I didn't know it at the time, and then when I watched it, it was there, and of course, like, and I have to talk about, like, the entire first part, the most famous soundtrack of all time, the main one that is called The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. That one, like, it has this western feel to it. It's really good. It gives so much chills it has so much chills down my spine because I know that is so western, and so, like, you would hear like something in the 1800s, something like that. And this is more like the Civil War at this point. Like, in this movie, it's the Civil War. They blow up a bridge and they do all this stuff, and it's basically like the film is like basically like teaming up, betrayal, and that's it. It's only team up, betrayal, and every man for himself. That's what this film is all about. And that's it for me. So see you guys later, and rest in peace, Ennio Morricone.